Hi everybody and welcome to the MoneyMan, Moneyboy show. Ollie, good weekend of football, not if you're Dutch, but certainly if you're...
Oh, Welsh.
I thought I could get away with that, not so, eh? No, we were beaten like a red-headed stepchild, annihilated. I got to watch that game with Scott Gibbs actually, and after 1-0 we just sort of both started talking rugby.
Yeah, I can imagine that's the route you go.
Yeah, there wasn't much else to talk about in that game. And well done to Denmark. I mean, they look pretty good.
Yeah, riding on the emotion, still I think that first game never should have happened.
No, that was ridiculous.
But I think just what this Euros has shown once again, we spoke about it last time, is knockout level football is different. Knockout level any sports is different to group stages. Seen teams that were scoring goals, not score goals. I think everyone thought Belgium, Portugal would be a little bit of a goal fest. Weak defenses and great attacks, and then ending 1-0 to Belgium.
Yeah.
So
I saw most people on my. I picked Belgium to win that game and cashed in for 2.53, which was good. But then I saw some other people giving advice on my site, which is always kind of funny.
Yeah.
And one of them said, one of the guys promised another guy that both teams would score. So always be careful about advice.
Yeah.
Even my advice, be careful.
Yeah, and look, that wasn't necessarily bad advice if you looked at the stats going in and everything. So.
No, absolutely, and I expect that guy to give the other guy a refund. Be careful out there, folks. So Holland or Netherlands. That red card was the end, eh?
Yeah, that was the end. The commentator was actually singing his praise earlier in the game for one of his blocks. He's leading from the front, and then
the guy slipped.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, look, I'm not sure. You said you didn't watch the end of the Welsh game, but did you see that red card?
Wales are known for red cards.
Softest red card I've seen though. Ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, tap on the back of the ankle. It's looked very accidental, like any kind of collision that could have happened. I think 89th minute of the game, Wales were down 3-0, and it's like why send an Oak off now? But anyway, I think there were a lot of bookings going in that game. But yeah, look, red cards are always going to affect. Sport was. There's a certain number of guys in a team because that's how the game's made to be played. Whether it's 11v11, 15v15, 5v5. If you're going to get sent off, it's completely going to change the nature of the game, and we saw that last night. But credit to the Czech Republic.
Yeah, and a long shot Czech Republic. We're 5-1 for them to win that game.
Yeah,
and we have a couple of those games. Coming up over the next 2 days.
Yeah, I mean some great football still. It's been good game after good game.
Yeah, you've got France versus Switzerland. Who are you taking there, Al?
I mean, it's always tough to bet against a team like France when you look at their team. But they still, I think we spoke about this last time, they still haven't looked to have gelled that well, But you said you also did make the point that you never want to be gelling necessarily in the group stages. You want to be gelling in the knockout stages. But from a betting perspective, I don't know if there would be much value in taking France at 1.61. I mean, if you look at what the markets are like for playoffs, I think guys are always undervalued if they've gotten to a playoff level. So you looked at that Netherlands game. Unless you're Wales, yeah, clearly. You look at that Netherlands game, and they were 1.68 to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened there. So I think France will win. I don't think it'll be a blowout. We haven't seen a lot of goals at all in this first sort of 4 games. But I'm not gonna bet on it outright. I may put it in a multi-bet or something. But I think it would be silly to just take France straight out at 1.61. Doesn't give enough value for me in a knockout game. Yeah. Where you look at like a Belgium are getting, granted it's against Italy, but a team as good as Belgium are getting odds of 3.18.
Yeah, I like that bet. That's discussion for another day. But call me silly, and I like 1.61.
Really?
Yeah, I like 61% return on my money for a France win.
Okay.
Switzerland drew with Wales. They beat Turkey, but everybody, it's Christmas season. Turkey were terrible in this World Cup. Wales beat them 2-0. We saw what happened to Wales. I like France to win this game with relative ease by at least 2 goals or more.
Okay.
So I am going to be silly and bet on France. The game I can't be silly on is the Croatia-Spain game.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't. Croatia's not a good team, but it's not a bad team.
Also, Spain, look, besides beating Slovakia 5-0, they had scored 1 goal and conceded 1 going into that final group stage game.
Yeah.
So then, a team that's going to come out and provide, you know, I don't think a hell of a lot of goals or, you know, an exhilarating match necessarily. In a team like Croatia, you could find that, as seems to be the trend, it gets to 80 minutes, it's at 0-0 still, you know, and you've put down money on Spain at 1.58. It's like, that's what people always not forget, but is you always talk about that third result, the draw, you know, over 90 minutes.
Yeah, and it's I don't see a lot of goals in that game, and it doesn't really interest me. I don't have either of these teams in any betting going forward.
Yeah.
The game I really like, and I think everybody, is Germany versus England.
Ooh, yeah. I think a solid bet there. Get odds of 2.04, which is actually your the lowest odds out of the 3 results, but for a halftime draw. I think England to win and Germany to win, to be winners around halftime, is sitting at 3-1, but a draw is sitting at 2-1. So it's actually the lowest odds, but I think, you know, very, very likely that this game goes 1-1 halftime.
Yeah, look, it's at Wembley. I don't know how many people are going to be allowed to attend. I think a lot.
Yeah, I mean, did you watch that Belgium game against Portugal?
Yeah.
How packed that crowd was.
Yeah,
It's great to see.
I don't get it when you look at the rugby. I think they had 10,000. They allowed 10,000 in for the rugby at Twickenham,
Yeah.
and they're letting in 50,000 or 40,000, 50,000 for the soccer.
Money talks.
Where is the bloody logic in this
Yeah.
thing? Let's spare a thought for all the restaurant owners and staff that were basically being incarcerated in this lockdown. It's disgraceful. Yeah. Anyway, that's political. Germany, England.
I like Germany to win this, flat out.
Flat out. Well, England haven't. I mean, what? Again, we get England are over sensationalized. You know,
Completely.
What have they done in the tournament? They've scored. They've beaten. They've drawn. They've beaten. They weren't in a tough
drew
group.
to Scotland.
Drew with Scotland, who were pumped. Was it by Slovakia or Croatia?
I think so. Yeah.
Or Czech Republic? One of those Slovak countries.
Yeah, I mean, England finished top of a group that was Croatia, Czech, and Scotland.
Exactly.
They won 2 and they drew 1. You know, got a goal difference of 2. So
they haven't conceded, which is impressive enough.
Look, Harry Kane's been tired, and he was going to be a marquee player. Gareth Southgate sort of continues to confuse with his rotations. Like, he's got a squad of very good players. He doesn't seem to quite know what he wants from them. You know?
Well, I've never thought he should be coach of England. He doesn't have. He's not good enough.
Yeah.
Germany for me is a great bet. One of the best bets of the tournament. You're almost 3-1.
Yeah.
2.86. I'm over that all day. I won't be betting the farm on it, but I'll be betting a decent amount of money. But I like Germany to beat England.
Be nice to see if there were some odds on Joachim Low scratching his nuts and giving us a sniff as well. I'm sure you can find them somewhere.
I'm sure you can, but you know, I'm not big for betting on guys scratching their bones. You know? So I think that Germany beats England.
Yeah.
I think a low-scoring game against Spain. That one might go to extra time.
Terrible odds on low scoring. I think for under 2.5, you're getting like 1.4, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you don't even touch it, do you? And I definitely like France to beat Switzerland. And Sweden-Ukraine, which no one's really talking about.
Yeah.
Except us now.
What are your thoughts?
My thought, you got Ukraine. I see goals in this game. I do. But I got Sweden. I think it's 76-1 in the group stages.
So you got to back your.
So I got to back my Swedes, and they've looked good. Eh? Sweden have looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they finished top of their table in Group E. But again, interesting that you say high scoring. I mean they haven't scored. They've conceded 2 goals. They've scored 2 across the 3 matches. You know.
Sorry.
No worries.
That's Ramaphosa calling me. They drew with Spain.
Yeah.
Sweden look all right. But they don't look like champions, but they look like they can cause some problems.
But they're there, you know? That's the thing. Anyone that's there in the knockout stages has got the potential to cause problems.
You've got to be in it to win it, as they say, huh?
Yeah, are you going to be taking a punt on them then, or are you just going to be sitting that one out from a betting perspective?
I don't sit anything out from a betting perspective. I will have a bet, but I'll be writing an article on it.
Okay.
Rather than taking a view now.
Well, I'm gonna look a little bit into the booking points around that game. Could be a decent bet on like a handicap for booking, something like that. But don't really have an inclination towards who's going to win. I mean, they're pretty evenly stacked, odds-wise. Again, it could be one of those games that hits 90 minutes. It's 0-0, goes into extra time, 1-1.
Belgium. Who's going to win the tournament? Have you any clearer on that?
I think I've got to take Belgium to win.
Yeah.
I'm loving watching them play. Love the fact that Lukaku transferred his domestic form into international, because you got guys that just they're one or the other. International giants, and they're not much club level, and vice versa. So it's cool to see him. Nice team to watch. I've also got a little bet on them, so I'm hoping they win.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see them knock Portugal out last night, and I think they could definitely. I don't know. I think if
they're underdogs against Italy. Here, folks, look at that. Belgium versus Italy.
Did you watch that Italian game?
Yeah.
Very physical match. But she's stalemate. I don't know. It didn't look like it's like Austria just looked like a team that Italy just couldn't break down. Austria actually, more chances throughout the game. It looked like, but you get the sense with Italy that they were too good to lose that game. And it's like they kicked on eventually. It took 90 minutes for them to kick on. Look, I think you could see a similar kind of result if Belgium doesn't go up early in this game. But I don't.
Well, Lukaku scored 25 goals, I think, in Italy this year. So he's not.
He's happy to come home.
He's familiar with that style of play, isn't he?
Yeah. I think Belgium have scored 36. I think they've scored in their last 36 games too. Something stupid like that.
35, I think. Not much. But 35 or 36. It's tough. I mean, France favourite. I still like France, but Germany. If Germany get past England, which I think they will, at 7-1, they're not bad bets.
Yeah.
And who is top? Where are we in the goal scorer?
Goal scorer. I mean, Ronaldo's sitting at 6, but they're now out. Next best, I think, is from the Czech Republic. Yeah, Schick. He's on
4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, probably going out next round.
You took a punt on Lukaku, didn't you?
I did. I took a punt on Lukaku and Ronaldo.
Yeah. Look, I mean, there's a possibility the Ronaldo one stays.
Well, he's favoured still at 2.3.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that bet now.
No.
There's too many quality players in there. You've got Schick on 5.8. A lot will depend on how France do against Switzerland. If they kick on and win, they could win big. I mean, they're capable of scoring.
Benzema keeps getting penalties. We can maybe a climb to.
Indeed, but I mean, I wouldn't. I don't see much value in the top goal scorer right now. But let's just wrap the show up with who are you picking? Croatia, Spain?
I'm picking Spain.
Yeah. Score?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Spain.
Me too. No.
Yeah.
France versus Switzerland.
2-1 France.
3-0 me. England, Germany.
2-1 Germany.
2-0 Germany for me. Sweden versus Ukraine.
1-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 Sweden.
Okay, and then we'll chat Belgium, Italy closer to the time.
Well, yeah, for sure. We have 2 more days to get through these things.
Yeah.
And then we really get into the meaty part of the tournament, where I think we'll start seeing the goals come down even more.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, thanks, Ollie, for coming in and discussing that with me on a cold day in Cape Town.
Yeah, very chilly day.
I tell you to go out and have a beer and a burger, but we're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah. I've got 6 Millers at home and a bottle of Jameson, so we'll see if we can stretch that for 2 weeks.
Okay, good luck with that.
I'll see you later in the week.
Thanks, man.